to be any good. Hello, and thank you so much for coming. It's a real pleasure to be here. You have to say that everywhere you go. But it's true this time. I promise you it's true. It's a great pleasure, and I feel very lucky to be here. I was, today, I've been here for a couple of days now, so today I was one of the people who you have to deal with. Where did I get these? These are very useless here. The people you have to deal with all year round, I think, as a tourist. Trying not to be, I thought, I said to Dominika and Anna and Slavo, I don't want to go to the tourist areas. I don't want to be one of them. But of course I am. Right? And being in the way. And there are different ways you can be in the way. Every country has its own style of being, put the camera away now. Listen, see, you don't know if it's any good. Yet, wait. Then you can do a sculpture later if you want. Because you have the Americans here, you have the Russians, you have the Italians, Germans, English, Irish people from everywhere. And you see, the reason people make jokes about different countries is because you don't interact with them that much. I have an image of the Czech people. It's a cartoon image. It's a simple little one. It's Bohemia. It's some woman in a dressing gown eating some pork. Really scratchy violin going on over there. And there's that guy in the background, he just comes down the corner and goes, what? And she goes, and you read the language. And the she goes to a pot and she stares at the pot and there's a cat inside there. And she's having an affair with the postman. This is the Czech image that we have around the world. Now, of course, it's not fair, it's not accurate. Of course, it's not accurate. You're saying that you have an image of Ireland. I know everybody's the same cartoon image. Beautiful men and women. In a kind of paradise. And that's why we have these cartoon images of all these different cultures. The Americans standing on the street in their baseball caps and their shorts and everything like, wow! Honey, look at that, it's so old! Like an angel with he's killing a fox. Why is he doing that? Top of the building, why is that about? It's awesome. It's even awesomer than the other thing we saw here. And you have these complex relationships with all these other countries, because of history. Because you've had so much history, too much history, in a short space of time. You've run out of history. There's no history left for you. Several millennia, thousands and thousands of years about just the same, nothing's changed. Because you've done everything. You were an empire, you were the seat of an empire, the city looks so magnificent, and that's why everybody comes to look at it, and then it's not for the food. And I'm kidding, it's fantastic. I love it. Fried knees. Who doesn't want fried knees? I don't even ask people what they're giving me anymore. I just take the bowl and say, thank you. With luck, as I eat. I'm joking, it's delicious. Of course it is. I'm home. What was I saying? You have done everything. The empire, and then the communist era, and the Germans, and then the communist era, and then I'm now flying into the wild 90s and capitalism and skepticism, and you're all there. You've done everything. You're all jaded. You're saying, oh, you've seen everything. I've been had every way. There's nothing left for history to do to me anymore. And of course, it makes you cynical about politics. vote still? Do you all vote? Do you care? You do, but that's because for a long time, you people didn't have control over their lives, and then you had the most stylish revolution that the world's ever seen. Everything's different now. Is it? Oh, and there's nobody dead? Oh, okay. All that horrible shit that's been going on for ages. It's finished. It's finished. Now we can do what we want. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll get changed. Nobody else managed that. Everywhere else around the world, people fight and die for freedoms. It's a lot of work. I don't know how you manage it. It was just like there's been some mix-up in the office. We got the papers wrong, but it's all been sorted out. So these are the images that we have of the country, and it's been every country around the world makes jokes about its neighbours and so on. I went to Kazakhstan. Nobody goes to Kazakhstan. I went to Kazakhstan, and I said, "Who do you laugh at?" And immediately everybody said, "Kazakhstan." It's so stupid and ignorant, and they're in the middle of nowhere. So it's just, what I'm saying is it's the same everywhere. Now, so you've got this interesting position because it is Central Europe. So you're in Europe, but you haven't fully joined yet. You haven't got the Europe, the euro. The magic ticket. It's really good. Here, take it. Everybody loves it. Look at the Greeks. And you're quite careful, because you have seen everything too, so you're going. They quite like the scratchy violin and the catsuit. Because Europe really at the moment is Ireland is in Europe, and the mother and father of Europe at the moment is Germany. Irish people have a very strange attitude to German people. Hello. That's good. And if you look at where the crisis happened in Europe, it happened in places like Ireland and Greece and Portugal and Spain, all the fun countries. Places where people go to relax. When they say, "I want to go, so let's go somewhere where we can open a couple of buttons on our shirts and have a beer and just not have to think about everything all the time. Where we can relax." Nobody ever said, "I want to relax, let's go to Germany." It doesn't happen that way. It's a much more structured, responsible society. I'm going to get there on Monday. I don't know what I want to do. I don't really know anything about Berlin, but I know that when I'm there, I'm going to get a banana. I have to walk around the streets rubbing it on my trousers because it probably breaks a lot of rules. So this crisis, it's boring stuff. You have to be of a certain age to even think about this stuff. I think our young people, they just want to get a job, and that's understandable. But if you're older, you look and you try and figure out why it's happening and why people behave the way they do. I don't mean to be patronizing or dismissive to younger people, and certainly not here, because everybody's incredibly, all the people I meet are very well informed, and no, I'm serious, very articulate, but they're still stupid, because at 25, you don't know anything at 25, especially if you're male. You might read newspapers and talk about stuff, but you don't know anything. Because if you're a young man, you basically live in a sort of in a sexual dictatorship, where your penis is the Lord, and you're sort of North Korea. Your penis is you just do whatever it tells you. You go over here, go over here. That's why you don't see 25-year-olds in the streets of Prague looking up at the architecture. They don't have time for that. Because they're going somewhere to have sex. That's all they do. That's what you're programmed to do. It's only afterwards when guys get older and they're pushing along a pram and they're losing their minds and they want to die and they go, oh. Now, of course, I'm generalizing, but that'll happen. That'll happen forever. Same time, we're on a clock here. I bought a tech watch today. It's fantastic. It does everything except tell the time. It's good if you wind it all the time. It's fine. It keeps going. You just have to keep at it. Now, I can't remember what I was saying. That's also going to happen quite a lot. Don't worry about that. It's all part of the plan. It'll all be fine. So, this crisis. No, you know, money is boring stuff, really, but everybody spent everything. That's what happened, you know. And you have to explain it to children, because the children say, you know, can I have, you teach them responsibility. Say, can I have an ice cream? Well, you have to clean your room. Yeah, but you know, I really want an ice cream. I know you do, but you have to clean your room. That's the way this thing works. You know, you've got to be responsible, and that's how you live a good life, and things work out for you. Okay, well, can I get a chocolate ice cream? Yeah, but you haven't cleaned your, I'm getting a headache. Just talking about this, okay? We've done this before, it hurts my head. Would you like an ice cream? I would actually quite like an ice cream, yes. I'll go to the shop if you give me the money. Okay, I'll clean your room. There you go. Explain to the child how things work. But I'm not too good at that, because I don't understand all these numbers. The finance, I'm not a numbers person, but you still have to be honest with your kids. My children come to me and they have problems with their mathematical homework, and they come and they say, what is this? Dad, how does this work? How can y equal c if x is a minus value? And I say, look, you've got to be honest. I say, look, listen, here's £5. Now you know how many chocolate bars you can buy with £1. Imagine how many chocolate bars you can buy with £5. I'm not a numbers person. Take the money, walk away. Walk away. Now, you know, obviously I try to be a good parent, but that's difficult. That's difficult. Being that level of honesty, because children see everything. They know everything. And you want to give your child a good life, if you have a child. And the children need things you didn't anticipate. You know, we had to get our child a pet, because they demand these little creatures. Little balls of fur with the eyes. And they eat and shit, and that's it. Guinea pigs and hamsters and all these little things. So we had to get one, and we got a hamster. He was this size. He ate a couch. He ate my fucking couch. We couldn't find him one day, and we had to look all over the house, look for a bad smell. That's how you find it. It might have died, you know. We looked for a bad smell. We looked all over the house. We found many, many bad smells. About a week later, we found him, and he was in his house, his little house thing. He was dead at his desk, right in prison. But before he died, he ate my fucking couch, and then he ate the wires that connect the fridge, and then he ate the internet. Anyway, so they want these little things, and you give in, you say, yes, okay, because you know that it's fulfilling an important need. The child wants something, a creature, smaller than itself, to love, because it doesn't have a chance to exert power over anything in its life. Because it always has adults around it saying, do this, go there, do that, stop that. So it wants a creature that it can be, you know, a kind of god for. Feed, control, and love. And I love you, you're alive because I give you the lettuce. If I don't give you the lettuce, you die. That's love. And then so that's why you say yes. But you know that child has that need. But you also want to teach your child something else. You want to teach your child about grief, about loss, about death. So when you go into the pet shop, the child is saying, oh, I don't know which one to get, that little one that does, I don't know, big eyes and it's so adorable, I don't know which one. You just, what you're actually saying to the child is, which thing that dies do you want? So that they understand. Pain, loss, coping, moving on. And it's a very hard thing to understand. Who can understand that kind of pain? Really, ever. You don't understand it, you just deal with it, you cope with it. You're very sad, somebody you love dies. It's terrible. So your friend, somebody you care about, then you grieve. But what is grieving? You just, oh, I feel really bad. Still feel really bad. And you don't want to stop feeling bad because you love the person, but there's a system, a bigger system, that takes over and says, you have felt bad for long enough now, you'll gradually begin to feel better. And you probably feel quite guilty about feeling better. And then the guilt would stop, and you just feel better. And then people mention them, and you go, this is very sad. I'm hungry. So this is sort of terrifying, this idea that, you know, that who are you? Who are you? Who's in there? Because look at all the lies you tell yourself. How many people are inside you? So you go on a diet. You think, I could be healthy. I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to lose weight. I am. But then you're alone. Your wife or your husband or your friend is not there. It's okay because nobody can see you. Except you, who's trying to lose weight. So the controls inside you get handed over to different parts of you at different times. The virtuous, I'm going to die and be a good person part, it gets talked to by the devils inside going, yeah. So this, anyway, the personal identity is a big issue. Maybe we should save that for later. But there was the big diet everybody was talking about in where I live in Britain, in Scotland, was this idea, you might have heard about it, the 2-day diet. Do you know this? Where you eat for 5 days and then you just eat very little for 2 days. That's the latest diet, okay? So basically it's saying, don't eat. There's a book about it. It has hundreds of pages in it. What does it say in the book? Don't eat now, don't eat then. Don't eat now, don't eat later. Because you see, we deal with pain, we deal with everything, a lot of the times, with our mouths. If you think about all the great times you've had in your life, most of them were about putting things in your mouth. Think about it. The baby is born. The baby finds the mother's breast, and it stays there. It doesn't take calls or arrange meetings or anything. It stays there until it falls asleep and wakes up and cries for more. This carries on throughout your life. As a small child, you understand the world by finding things and putting them in your mouth. Keys, lumps of coal, door handles, whatever. Your mouth tells you what it is. And then you begin to eat properly food, you know? And nature gives you everything, all the wonderful things, Pringles and cheese puffs and all the other vegetables that it has. Your mouth has already become an entertainment system. And you might, later on you grow up, then you move on to proper adult food, you know, where people walk into restaurants and they eat named parts of animals. They say, give me the liver, bring it over here. I want the liver. Steam the lungs, bring them over too, and I'll have the crotch, raw. Thank you. How do people do this? Eat the named parts. I don't want to know what's in there. How do people eat the things they eat? Eggs. Who can eat eggs? What kind of a person do you have to be to eat eggs? How can you eat it? It's between planes of existence. It's not alive in this world, it's not totally gone from that. How can you eat this thing? A pig. Who can eat a pig, really? What sort of a person do you have to be to eat pig? Who loves pork? Who wakes up dreaming of it? Pork. Give it to me. Imagine being able to love somebody if they were able to say everything would have been perfect if only there had been more pork. I'm going to Germany on Monday. They have pork in everything in Germany. Just whether you ask for a cup of tea, they grind pork. The last time I was there, I was in Munich. I didn't want to eat pork. I said, this soup, is it vegetable soup? Yeah, it's vegetables. Yeah, eat it. No, but there's no other. It's just like potatoes and carrots and things. Yeah, that's what it is. It's vegetable soup. It's very nice. I'm kind of Yiddish now, but never mind. It's very nice soup. You'll like it. And And they have a strange sense of humor, Germans, because I've been halfway through the soup and said, oh, how's the soup? Is it okay? You like it? It's over. Yeah, it's nice. I made jokes, it is soup with pigs. Just made pigs' faces. What? That's probably a Shankmar film, Pig's Face. Does he just, do you know of any nightmares? Is it just him? Does he have the one nightmares for the whole country? Do you know what I'm talking about? Your greatest living exponent? Does he dream? Does he need to? Maybe since he's got them all out, maybe there's nothing left in there. Anyway, it's amazing and everything. I love the one with the horses licking the spoon. For 13 days in a row. And the chicken comes in and argues about the tax. And they throw soap at each other under the towel. Now, the point I'm making, as you probably guessed, is something I don't know. I forget things because I'm getting older. That's what happens to the brain. You know, if you're 25 years old, you remember everything because you know nothing. So you're walking around talking all the time. I went over here, I did this, I like this, I don't like that. What is this I you're talking about? That disappears. You get older, you have a family, there's no I in there. You don't know anything. You don't know what you like. You know, you just eat what your kids are eating. Pizza, I've lived on pizza for 25 years. If somebody gave me something I liked, it would probably kill me. So people talk all the time because they don't know anything, then you know stuff, and you begin to forget. See? Because you know so much. It's much harder to be alive when you hit 40. Everything is an out-of-body experience. After 40, because you've done everything. So you just talk to yourself all the time. Oh, here I am, I'm eating pasta in the evening. That's a bad idea. Oh, I'm still doing it. I must be enjoying it. I wonder what's happening next. You have a in your head. You're 25 years old, you wake up, you eat your breakfast, you don't care about anything, you walk outside, you talk bullshit all day long, you find somebody to go to bed with, and you do. And that's just Wednesday. You get older, it's more complicated. You wake up, you've got voices in your head. You sit down, you look at your breakfast, one voice is saying, are you really going to eat this shit all over again? You disgust me. You fat motherfucker. Are you really going to eat this? Please, you disgust me. There's another voice inside you saying, more jam, more jam. Steal your children's jam. What have they done? Take it. Put it in the pocket. Run away. Pieces in the toilet, they won't find you there. Excuse me. Just have some Prague water, which is very good. Now, these are notes because I'm not going to remember everything. But I probably won't let it very much. I don't mean to be unfair to young people. We need young people. Of course we do, to explain how all the machines work. I have one of those phones like everybody else in my generation, but I stand there. You know how you get a young person to make it work for you? Just stand there in front of them going, it really annoys them. You just, give me that fucking thing! So slow! Because you have to have these things. I remember when we didn't have these things, lots of people remember that when there was no mobile phones and then everybody went crazy. You know, this is to remember another way of life. It's really interesting to see how life has changed. And of course, if you're young, you don't know the difference. You've always had these things. And they have replaced God. That's the truth. Technology is the new religion. Because everybody has bought into it. Everybody's doing it. You know? And it's the new system. Now you had communism here, imposed upon you. In Ireland we had the church. Very similar. Really. It's imposed on you. There it is. That's the way it is. Okay. Join the Frontier na Banani. for a banana. It's the same I remember as a child trying to understand this. Stop talking to my grandmother. Saying, grandmother, well, granny, we would just say granny. Granny, how many priests do you have to blow to get into heaven? And she would say, oh, now don't talk like that. Just don't talk. No, really, how many? About 40. There you go. And of course it makes people very angry. Rightly so. To have these systems imposed upon you. And the new one, as I say, is technology. This is what will liberate you. And then they come on and they do this because they make a big deal of these Apple presentations. They get the guy dressed in black, he comes out, he holds up some small black rectangle and says, this thing is the thing. The thing you have is bullshit. This new thing is so awesome. If I even tried to explain how awesome it is, your mind would explode. Okay? And they explain what it does. I don't understand any of it. It can twin spool your Pix Twister. Now with monkey trickle on dial-back, you can shave the side falls off tonsil gum. I don't need this shit. And everybody blindly goes along and buys into it. The young people do. That's why people sell stuff to younger people. Older people who have some money, they go, this, I don't, please. Young people go, what is it? What is it? I don't need to know. Give me 3. So yeah. And the reason that these systems come along, whatever they are, is this longing is inside everybody, all the time. A gap, a hole, a space that has to be filled with something. Right? People try and do it with food, like I said. In your mouth, your baby, your toddler, carry on into adulthood, and then you get older, of course, and you have to start giving stuff up. No salt, no fat, no carbs, no alcohol, certainly no cigarettes. Why? Because you need to live longer. You need to live longer, and this will do it, so you can stay alive for a much longer time, enjoying the fact that you want to be dead. And then eventually, you will die. This will happen. I hate to break it to you, but it's going to happen. People hate it when you say that. We are all going to die. We are. People hate it when you say it. Especially during sex. But it's going to happen. You'll die. There'll be a funeral. People will come to the funeral. You know what they'll do? They'll eat. You'll be the only person in the room not eating. So, we're trying to fill this gap all the time. And this is how it is with love. This is why love is so talked about. It's in songs, it's in films, it's in plays, it's in literature. It talks about it all the time. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you really love me? When you're not with me, do you think about me? And when you're not thinking about me, do you suddenly remember, oh, I should be thinking about you? People want promises, they want guarantees. Will you love me forever? Am I the one? You're told there's one person out there for you. One person. Go and find them. Out of the rolling billions of humanity, there's one person out there for you. I don't know where they are. Try the local disco. Arranged marriages, or families get together and talk about who would be suitable for who, and we laugh at them. That's primitive, it's savage. It's crazy how to do that. But some work, of course. Some people are very happy. We But we know in Europe that our system is much better. Much better. The one where you go to a bar and you drink 6 or 8 or 9 drinks. And then go to a club and go up to someone and go, "Nice man! Hey! Smashed. Out of your face, off your tits. Bollocks drunk. And bulletproof drunk. And this is how you take somebody home. You might spend a week with them, or a month. You might live with them forever. You might have children with this person. You chose them when you were drunk. But you wouldn't go and buy a new toaster when you're drunk. So it's funny, the decision-making process. Let me check to see how we're eating. Okay. It's hard to keep track of all the time. For me. And so this makes you anxious. Have I met the right person? Am I living the way I should be? Is my life what it should be? Really? And I won't talk about this too much longer because I don't want young people to feel like I'm against them. I'm not. I'm very dependent on them. They run the world, really. I'm retiring soon. They're running the world. And but one of the advantages of being young is, of course, you can fall asleep at the end of the day. Because it's so thoughtless and you know nothing. So you're not impressed by anything. So you fall asleep. I don't really trust anybody who can sleep. Who sleeps, really? What kind of human being are you? Any decent person lies in bed paralyzed with anxiety. Oh my God. Because your mind constantly travels. Temporarily. Back and forward. All the time. Oh, I did that thing a long time ago. That was terrible. I shouldn't have done that thing. I feel so bad. You move forward. What if this thing happens? What if that other thing happens? What if that thing and that thing happen? That probably will happen to me, because I'm the person who did that other thing that ages ago. Your mind thinks of all kinds of things. What if I died? What if I died? You're lying beside your partner, thinking, oh my God, what if I died? How would they cope? How would they be? How would everything be for them? If you don't have a partner, you just think, what if I died? But if you do, you think, what will happen to them? It'll be terrible. My wife and child, and they will be out on the street, stealing food from pigeons' mouths. Sorry, I tried to breathe as I was speaking. They'll be stealing food from pigeons' mouths. It'll be awful, it'll be terrible, it's all my fault, I can't die, I mustn't die. Oh my God, it would be so awful, it would feel so terrible. Or worse, maybe they'd be okay with it. Maybe everything in their life would get better. They'd have a nicer, cleaner house, a lot less shouting going on, hopefully more money. Your partner would probably meet somebody within the first 2 to 3 days and have a lot of sex in your bed. A lot of sex in your bed when you were dead. The main times they'd have sex in your bed when you were dead would be the morning, the afternoon, the evening, and the night. They would be the main times. Feeding each other lobster with their bare hands to give each other more energy to try it in new and more demanding ways. When you're dead in the ground. And then you realize that you're lying beside somebody who's waiting for you to die. And what's more, they're sleeping to make the time go faster.